people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. He said, I do not believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they cannot find them, they make them. Each person's income is determined primarily by their philosophy, not by the economy. Once I understood that, then I said, well, I don't have to go to work on the economy. And the answer was no. You only have to go to work on yourself to make yourself more valuable. Now here's the positive side. Every new discipline affects the rest of your disciplines. Every new one affects the rest. If you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Wow. When someone says, I've had it, you know, this is it, I don't want to live like this anymore, and then you begin a new search. If you start the search, the odds are excellent you will find good ideas. If you search, you will find. Finding is reserved for those that search. Ideas are not reserved for those that hope. They're not reserved for those that wish. They're not reserved for those who complain. You know, good ideas are reserved for those that search. You could change. You should change. You won't change. That's called accumulated disaster. In 6 years, you'll be complaining instead of celebrating. If you wish to be wealthy, study well. It's not the weather. I used to blame the weather, and I discovered it rains on the rich. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. That's the challenge. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump. But sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Incredible. The biggest responsibility is to make sure you get your time's worth. And the reason I say that is because time is more valuable than money. In fact, you might start your notes with that. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but unfortunately you can't get more time. I said, you mean my bank balance would change if I had a list of goals? He said, drastically. That day I became a willing student how to set goals. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is what are you becoming? See, the big question is not what am I getting paid here? The big question is what am I becoming here? Mr. Shelf said, Mr. Rohn, if you wish to be happy, study happiness. I didn't know happiness was a study. You have a list of high purpose in your life. It pulls you toward the future. And the more powerful the purpose is, the stronger it pulls. And here's the other great advantage if you have purpose for the future. It pulls you through all kinds of challenges and all kinds of difficulties. If you don't have these strong purposes for the future, it's easy to get swallowed by a bad day. It's easy to be almost annihilated by a poor month. And it's easy sometimes to almost disappear beneath the waves of a year that goes backwards if you don't have something to pull you beyond that year. So if you want something to pull you through all kinds of challenges, all kinds of difficulties and things that come at you, you got to have something on out there beyond today, beyond next week, beyond next month, beyond this year that pulls you into the future. And the clearer it is, the stronger it pulls. Here's what I learned to do. Save the work till you get to the office. Save the work till you get to the work. Don't try to get to the office on the way to work. On the way to work, enjoy the way. In the shower, enjoy the shower. Then go to work when you get to work. I found this to be helpful. Concentration. Well, here's what I learned. Opportunity shies away from need. Opportunity shies away from need. But opportunity is attracted by talent and ability. See, what you want to do with opportunity is not turn it off. You don't want to offend opportunity. You don't want opportunity to turn cool on you. So the only thing you present to opportunity is talent and ability and performance and skill. You don't present need to opportunity. It's like asking the soil for an advance. What would happen if you'd ask the soil for an advance on next fall's crop? The soil says, look, you got to go somewhere else. Don't bring me your need. Bring me your seed. See, you got to go do your borrowing somewhere else. And bring the seed to the soil. You don't borrow from the soil. You borrow somewhere else, get the seed, bring the seed to the soil. Because the soil does not want to know your need. The soil wants to know your talent, your ability to put seed in the ground. Now, you got to treat an employer and a company the same way. Don't make the employer your banker. Make the banker your banker. I found out the same thing is true with friendship. Best not to make your friend your loan company, because the two now get confused. So do you want me to be your friend or your budget finance? Teacher said to me, young man, if you will change, everything will change for you. If you will get better, everything will get better for you. What a clear message that was for me. He said, if you'll change your philosophy, if you'll change your habits, if you'll refine your thinking, if you'll change and accept some new disciplines, if you'll turn the corner where you've been in the past, go for a new life for the future, he said all kinds of remarkable things will happen for you if you will change.